Hey, good morning, everybody. So this is the live update of the 5th of October 2022. So we start with the Dixie chart, zoomed in Dixie chart. We see this this pullback we had since the end last week of September. A few days ago, we have had this nice pullback. We expect to see much more pullbacks on Dixie, as you know. So for now, we arrived in this area. We have some support there with 172 extension that I will show you. But for now, we just came back to the 2140 fib of that small swing down, of a 3 or 4 day swing down. And we started to see a little bit of pullback or resistance in this area. We have, of course, exactly the same thing on the Euro USD on the other side. And it started to bounce from this 2140. So this area will be something to look at now. Well, today, of course, this fib, and of course the 38.2 and the 50% that is coming too soon. So we just have the data from Canada with the trade balance, which is worse than expected, and the trade balance, the US trade balance, is more or less in line, 67.468. So nothing really, really big. When CAD usually gets some negative data, we can see a little bit of buy on the USD, but at the level we are now, that won't change anything. So I was speaking about those fib here, this small inside fib, not inside fib, retracement we have from this swing down. So it's important to look what happened there and follow that carefully. So if we see where we stop, I was saying that we just stopped on the 1272 extension of that ABC down yesterday to the pip. That's where I went short the USD. I will show you at 0.9889 or something like that. And I bring the last piece here because we took the 78.676.40 retest of that ABC down, that small ABC down, which is a nice one from the 29th of September, 30th of September, and the high here, it's the open of Sunday, if I remember well. So same thing here, it's giving us a little bit of more insight than the other chart we just saw. So we could have to look at this level, that level, and this one if we would look higher, which is not what I expect, because I think the momentum we have behind is very strong, and this is really overstretched. When we look at the last data we had since last week, we had the job loss opening yesterday that was negative, and that was posting one of the worst reading in the last times. We have had the ISM on Monday that was bad or very bad too, which is not encouraging. And last week we have had a series of data confirming what I was expecting, which was slowing down of the economy, shrinking of the employment, and of course the consumer confidence and everything, which is not going well. All that is leading to a recession coming in the US, like in Europe, of course. But many were not expecting that in the US. They were thinking the US economy was so strong that even aggressive hiking would not change anything, and that was totally wrong. And they will realize that very soon with more data we will have. I don't know how will be the NFP on Friday, but I would be surprised to see a very good NFP on Friday. I think we could have something more or less in line, or we could have a big surprise. If it's not on this NFP, it will be on the next data. So each time we have a bounce on USD, for me, it's just a question of time. So I shorted buying always the dip on the Euro USD. I wanted to share this with you too, because here we have an area where we will end soon that will give us some a little bit of bounce. This is the chart. This chart, if we look at it on a bigger time frame, is the big channel I have already posted many times since the last weeks. So we are now inside this channel. We will soon retest the 2140, 2360 inside fib of that fib channel, and we have at the same time some support there and here with this weekly or monthly order block there, this weekly order block here. So it will be important to look what happens here, because we will see a reaction. It will bounce from here, and then we will break through it, do the same in the next one, and finally land in this area when I think by the end of this year we will be there, when Euro USD, as I was expecting, and I'm still expecting the same, to see Euro USD above 112 for the yearly close, which would be probably even higher if we arrive in this area by the end of the year, of the quarter. So that's where we are now. I wanted to point out this thing. It is this area that I am pointing here, and you see that, for example, the 161.8 extension of that ABC down is right on the bottom of that thing. So it's important to keep an eye on that, because here we will see another bounce like we had there. Of course, it won't go in straight line like this unless there would be something very big, very, very bad data. We can lose ground for a while, but that's what we have there. The other chart I wanted to finish with is this one. So we see we have not seen any divergences for now. Everything is going as it is normally doing, with totally inverted price action between the Euro USD and the DXY. So there is no divergences pointing now on the DXY. Concerning the Euro USD, so we have several things to look at. So this is a big fib that I'm using. We see yesterday we came to the 38.2. We went a little bit above that when I took the short, the only short I took, and I closed it here, by the way, for 95 pips. I took some long this morning here, there, and here. Of course, I'm long now here right now, when both DXY and Euro USD came to the 2140 fib of this move down. So this move up or down, depending if we speak about DXY. So if we look at this, this chart is my work chart, so it's a little bit crowded. But the fib I'm speaking about is from this low to this high. It's in blue here, and that's the fib which is measuring the last bounce swing, I would say. And you see that as well as I was showing on the DXY, which is absolutely normal because they are twin brothers. So we came to the 2140 to this 78.60 fib, and that's where I went long a few minutes ago at 0.9900. So I'm long here. I banked some, and I hope to see some follow through later. If not, then we reload on the 2360 here. Then we have there, very important, we have this cluster of dynamic support with the 2021 daily EMA and 4 hours at the same time. So it will be important. We have some big volume support there, a yearly, a monthly, and we have this enormous 7640 fib that has been holding the price for a long time, and it's an important one, together with the 7860 fib, which is lower there. So to come back on the intraday move, that's where we are now. We are bouncing from this area as we have been expecting. Then we have the 7640. Then we have the 2360 fib, simply the retracement of the bounce. And if we would get there, that would be very nice. We have this big confluence with the 61.8 of this 78.60. You have the 61.8 right there. We have the 76.40 here. Some yearly volume things I will update this chart. Of course, look for more details inside here as support and resistances to find some confluence as we usually do. Concerning that potential move we would have, of course, that would send at the same time the Dixie. If, for example, we would land in this area, we would have Dixie at some resistances that I just show at the beginning of this live session. So that would be probably in this area, the 61.8 at 111.41, or the 50% at 111.65. So 111.41, 111.65 would be the area we would look for to see something in this. If Euro USD would come in this area, and then we would buy it again till, of course, we'll get another leg on the upside. Important thing to point out here is yesterday close. So yesterday close, I need to move this a little bit, but yesterday close has posted a nice close above the daily 2021 moving average that we have there. So yes, this is the 1 hour. Yeah, it's correct. So this is what we have there. And what I wanted to show you that. So you see how clearly, nicely, and hardly we came through this 2021 daily moving average, closed above it. Now we are coming back part of the way down. And you see here we have some daily support and resistances area at the same time of this confluence of 4 hours and daily 2021 EMA that I was speaking about, together with the volume and the fib we just spoke about. So it's really an important area that will for sure provide some support, yes, if when Euro USD would come back in that area to retest it, and then we would bounce. From the dynamic support and resistances point of view, very important thing to point out, the next big time will be here around 1017 to 1020 mostly, yes, 1020, 1017. So this is the weekly big EMA that we will have on the way, and it's important to notice it. There was one more thing, I don't know why. Yes, it's this one on the way up. I wanted to point it that on the way up, when we would break this high here, then we have an area of resistances and this daily 50 moving average, not exponential. So this one is used a lot by market. Many people, I mean, big part of the market is using this one. So of course we should see some reaction arriving in that area, but we will speak about that when we would break the high of yesterday upside move. So for now, we stay on the chart I just posted, this one. So you see, meanwhile, I was doing this update. We just came back. I banked some here for 17 or 20 pips. I don't remember. Then we come back here. We still had some nice setup, but you see, we could well come back there, even to the 2360 or in that area a little later on the New York Open in about 45 minutes. So in 45 minutes, we could see a little bit of push lower here with some USD honeymooner, as I call them. It's not unrespected, it's just a funny name. And if we get this move lower, that would give us a very nice entry to get long there. Have a nice day. Come back tomorrow with a new update. Enjoy this marvelous session we have now.